music is like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is our review for Teen Mom 2, Season 8, Episode 28. Yeah. This lipstick tonight is kind of worn off. This is like my 6th review of today. It's 4:30 in the morning finally. I was reviewing earlier. It was like 11. Now it's 4 in the morning. So this Kat Von D is called Aisha. So yeah, if you have not done so already, guess what you need to do? Subscribe to my channel. So yep, hit that little subscribe button, and then do not forget to also hit that notification bell that it will notify you whenever I have new content up. As y'all know, I upload videos different days, different times, day, night, afternoon, whatever, all these things. So if you never want to miss what I'm doing, make sure to hit that notification bell. It's right next to the subscribe button. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, this episode, as I was watching it, I said to myself, they can cancel the whole show. I swear I said they can cancel the whole show. Throw the whole goddamn show away. Throw the whole kit and caboodle, throw it all away. We don't need none of it. I was bored with everyone. Bored, just out of my mind. That's probably why it took so long to watch it. And I honestly did not even want to review it today. Y'all ain't gonna get this until tomorrow. So y'all won't get this until like Tuesday afternoon. I'm not, girl, bye. I can't take it. The beginning starts off Chelsea take Aubrey to gymnastics. That was real cute. Father-daughter dance time's coming up, and she's like how this year it should not be a big issue because of the court order, whatever. Adam can't even get her to go. So that's whatever it is. That is what it is. She says when she asked Aubrey like how does she feel about that, she said I don't even think about it. I don't think Aubrey really thinks about Adam as much, simply because she's used to him not being consistent in her life, and she's used to Cole as her father figure. And I mean, when because my dad was technically my stepdad, and my birth father wasn't around. And when I was younger, I do remember saying, "Oh, I wish my birth father would come around." But eventually, you stop giving a fuck because the person who was in your life raising you was your father. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when y'all hear me talking about my dad, like you would never hear me call him my stepdad, because he was the one who raised me from the time I was like in the 1st grade. So I think for Aubrey, she's in that stage too, to where she's like, Cole is, who I know is going to go with me to, I just killed a gnat on my leg. That's crazy. Cole is who's going to, come with me to things. So it's kind of cool. We do see how Cole goes and gets a haircut. He wants to look good for it. He gets flowers for her, a corsage. It was really, really, really cute. We do see how Chelsea curled her hair. Chelsea had a whole hair degree. I need Chelsea to do something with her. Or I need to do something with her hair license or whatever. Girl, do something, okay? And I know she's a stay-at-home mom. I get it. But I just want her to at least I don't know, started a mommy blog. Just something. I don't know. Anyway, they went, they had fun, they took pictures. That was it. Next, but yeah, it was cute though. It was a cute family moment. It was a cute little thing of this is what they did. So I liked it. It was cute. Anyway, Leah's story was so easy that it tied into Kale's. We do see her and Jeremy giving Addie a party for her birthday together. It was a joint party. Of course, Addie was happy to have both of her parents there. They're weird because they had sex and they don't know how to be around each other and not be a couple, but also not be awkward, but also not be we should be together. So they are really weird about things, but they're at least making it work. It was what it was. That was the only Leah's part on her own that we got. Everything else is connected to Kale. So Kale and Javi is cool now. They're getting along better. So when Javi is having to go to the gym, Kale goes to Javi's house because he has Lincoln this weekend, and she stays at Javi's house to watch Lincoln while Javi goes to the gym. Okay, cool. It was what it was. We do see Kale calling Leah to ask her about coming to Atlanta to do her podcast. Okay, cool. Leah says, fine, I'll be in Atlanta too. She also invites her on a girl trip to Hawaii. Now, we saw most of the pictures on social media, so I think they had a great time. We then see both Leah and Kale in Atlanta, hanging out, having dinner, whatever, talking about stuff, whatever. Kale kind of brings up how their relationships with their ex-husbands, with Javi and with Jeremy, kind of are similar, to where they are in a weird place, and how people don't understand the relationship, how it can be crazy, but also great, but also just weird. Both saying how off camera their exes will say how they should be together, how they should work things out, and how they should get back together, but they won't say that on camera. And they both say it's because they don't really want to be with us, but they want to have that option, and they don't want the other hoes to know that they're trying to get back with us. I agree. I think that's true. I do. I think not about the other hoes part, but about the part of it's easier to say, well, let's just stay together because we got a kid together and we can see if it can work out. But in real life, they don't really want to say it out loud because it might not work and it'll make them look stupid. So they then both admit, though, that they slept with their ex. Now, we knew already that Jeremy and Leah slept together, but she admits that to Kale. Kale then says, well, I can put some tea too. She's like, what, did you and Javi sleep together? And she was like, yeah. So she basically said yes, her and Javi had sex. And they had sex like since he broke up with Rihanna. They both say, though, how they don't have any feelings for them, how they kind of felt nothing. I can't have sex with somebody and feel nothing. Like, I have to at least like you enough to want to sleep with you, or hate you enough and want hate sex. And so if you can at least say it was hate sex, like if it's just like nothing sex, that was a waste of sex. Was it at least good? I feel like if you feel nothing, it wasn't even good. And if it wasn't good, why have sex? Girl, bye. I can't do that. So they do the podcast, and Kale brings up to Leah. She says, hey, Jeremy kind of wants to call them the podcast. Is that cool with you? She's like, oh, I don't care. She's like, well, no, I want to make sure it's okay because I don't want you to kind of feel ambushed when he calls. She said, well, I think I kind of should, like, be surprised. She's like, well, no, you probably would want to know because I wouldn't want you to not tell me if Javi was calling in. And she's like, well, I guess that's true. So, they on a podcast or whatever. Kale's podcast is messy. Simply because the whole thing with her and Javi was messy. And on this podcast, when she was reading questions from fans, and someone asked if her and Jeremy was back together, and she said no. And then Kale then said, well, do y'all hook up? I felt like because Kale knew the answer, she should not have answered, because I'm pretty sure Leah did not want to say that on the podcast. And you can see in Leah's face, she's like, are you really asking me that? And I think she didn't want to say yes or no, because she's like, I don't want to say no, and then you call me out on it, because why ask me that, and I don't want to say yes because I don't want to talk about it. So you saw how uncomfortable it made Leah, and I feel like for that reason, Kale is messy. You should be aware of when people you cool with don't want you bringing things up, that y'all talked about. Like, I just feel like she should have asked that question, or if she did, she should say, I'm going to ask you if y'all hooked up. You don't have to say yes, but I'm going to ask it because people want to know. So I felt like Leah, of course, did not know how to handle the question, and I was like, okay, why you do that to that damn girl? You're so fucking messy. Anyway, Jeremy does call in, and she asked him, well, do you want to get back with Leah? He says no, we're fine, we're co-parenting. But he was weird too. So it was just a whole weird ass, petty ass, messy ass, funny podcast. And you know what I'm saying? And it was what it was. But that was their whole thing. Barb and Janelle was easy too. Barbara is at home, and Janelle's brother now lives there. So Barbara's talking to Janelle's brother. He's a little weird. He is a little different. Okay, I'm gonna say that. But it was what it was. So she tells him how when Jace came home the last time, how he said Janelle and David were pieces of shit, and it shocked her. And he was like, "Wow, that is crazy." She said, you know how when he comes home from there, you know what I'm saying, he's always so angry, and he has to kind of like calm down. He's like, yeah, because sometimes he has to sit with me and play some video games to kind of get himself calm, or just no longer being angry, just being, upset or whatever. So she's like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like, David has just kind of warped her mind. Like, it's like, even with you guys, you and her used to be so close when you were younger, and now, y'all don't even talk. He then had some responses that I don't think Bob was ready for. He says, yeah, we were really close. Remember we buried that rat? I said, how? What the fuck? Where'd that come from? What's going on, bro? And then Barb was like, yeah, things are just weird. He said, yeah, remember that time she called her hair off to like a boy? And Barb was like, okay. Well, yeah, and Barb, I don't think she expected him to say these off the wall things, but she just kept like rolling right past it. So she says how she's going to start letting Janelle take Jace to therapy because she feels like they need some one-on-one time. And since I think what she did was, since she knew that David was not being filmed, that if she takes Jace to therapy, he can't go because they're gonna probably film it. It was kind of smart. And again, she says it gives them time to be together, just one-on-one. So we do see Janelle saying she's happy her mom is letting her take Jace to therapy. Saying how now she feels as if she can be more honest and talk about more things to therapists because Barb is not there. I think that's a odd thing for her to say. Maybe she don't feel like saying things for her mama because she don't want no beef. So that's cool or whatnot. Now, but I'm still like, oh, okay. We do see her take him to therapy, and after therapy, they are getting along. They're riding the car, and it's just them. She says how she's happy that they're spending time together and that she can take him to go to the therapist. What kind of got me a little bit was in the car. She had stuff about her. I guess she may be an NRA member, and so she had some stuff in the car. He's like, "What's this? What's NRA?" Oh, that's a National Rifle Association. It's the NRA. It's to protect people who want to have guns or whatever. I'm like, he's only like 8. Like, why is you have? But some people are gun people, okay, and they introduce their kids to guns young. I ain't that kind of person. Like, I would not. We not. We protect ourselves, but I just feel like maybe 8 years old isn't the age that I would introduce a kid in my life to gun stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's a little bit different. Anyway, but again, at least they spent the time together, just her and him. They like went to dinner. They went, got something to eat. They were chit-chatting or whatever. She asked him how he felt about therapy. He said he liked how it kind of helps him get better to control his temper and his attitude. It was cute. I liked the fact that seeing them two together was a different Jace and a little bit of a different Janelle. We don't get to see them together, just them two. It's always Janelle, David, his kids, plus Kaiser. It's always a lot. So I think if she do spend more time with just her and Jace might not think she's a piece of shit. Okay, just truth be told. And you can see that he don't mind spending time with just his mama. I think his issue be, I don't like how she is when she with David, because he was real nice and lovey-dovey or whatever. It was cool. It was great. Last but not least, Brianna. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. She brings up how Javi went on Kale's podcast. So because she had the podcast, it pissed her off. So now I cut him off. I broke up with him, and I told him he can't come to Miami. But he already broke up with you, so who cares? But I get that she's mad that he said stuff on the podcast. He probably shouldn't have done that so quick after they broke up. I can agree with. She then says how he found out that her ex is going to be who will be taking care of them in Miami, and how he was upset about it because he was saying how she said, well, I told him that you should have done Kale's podcast and I would not have had to cut you off or whatever. But she says he's saying how he does not want anyone rubbing on his girl or giving his girl a bath or whatever. I'm not your girl. Girl, bye. I don't care. I don't. I think this whole Javi not coming to Miami to take care of me situation is a bunch of malarkey. Okay, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of white ass, stale ass mayonnaise on white bread that we don't care about. Because again, even her saying, you know, he keeps saying, like, I bet not be having sex with other people, or I bet not have had sexual stuff with him while me and him were together. I feel like Brianna, if Brianna and Javi are having these private conversations, the way she brings up whatever he say on camera is painting him in the light of he's crazy, deranged, and he might want to murder her because she's just crazy. Is Javi a little bit crazy? Yes, absolutely. But I feel like you ain't got nothing else going on besides you and Javi. Okay, we say so. I don't care. But you know, guess what? I don't give. Oh shit. We do see she gets home from work, and Devon is there, Nova's dad, and she walks in like, hey Nova, like, well, he's here. Her mother then says, when you're in Miami, Devon is going to stay here and help us with Nova. And then you can see that Brianna looks totally shocked, like her mama then went and had this whole conversation and got this set up without even talking to her. And he gonna stay there for the 2 weeks that she's gone. I don't want to stay at my mama's house who I don't get along with for 2 weeks. I don't. I just would not. I would try to say, how else can I help besides staying here? Like, can I come over every day? But I'm guessing he probably ain't got no car, so it'd be easier for him to just be there. But whatever. She says, well, okay. He like, well, what can I expect to do with her, like, day to day? I said, now that is a weird ass question. She's a regular ass human being. She's a kid. But she said, we'll give her, she has to eat food every day. No, it's gonna starve. Give her food, get her snacks. Make sure she does her homework, works with people before bed. So she gives her like little stuff or whatever. I think what he was asking I think he asked it the wrong way. I think he meant that she has some kind of routine that I have to do with her on a daily basis. Because some kids have routines, and he wouldn't know. So I think that's what he meant to ask. But he said, like, what should I expect to do with her? I said, Lord Jesus. I feel like the best part of the whole thing with her was when her sister said to her, she said, you know what? She was like, I'm going to get my boobs done or whatever, and hopefully I like them. She then said, this will be your third surgery that you've had on your body. If you don't like what happens this time, you have body dysmorphia. I say, no, bitch, that's the word. That's the truth. This is your third surgery. It's your third surgery. You can't not be satisfied, girl, because it's just too much. Now, on their way to the airport, her and her friend who also getting surgery, she again brings up, she says how, Devon's going to be staying there. I'm a little bit mad because my mom didn't talk to me about it. She had a right to be mad that her mom did not have a conversation. But however, her friend then said, but you ain't going to be there. So what does it matter? Like, you ain't there to, whatever. I would be upset because I don't want anyone sleeping in my bed. And where are you going to sleep? Okay? So, whatever. From there, they get back on Javi, saying how, he's still upset. He's still asking, can he come? And he better pop up in Miami because it's going to be a problem. Because I told him I don't want him there. The next day, they showed them in Miami. And guess who's walking in? Javi. Javi's walking in like, hey, what's up? You're here? Yep, I'm here. And I'm like, that is crazy. That really is. We don't see anything, but we hear him like, hey, can I have a hug? She's like, no, why are you here? I told you don't come. He's like, I'm here. So, whatever. I'm just so upset with you. I'm just so mad at you. And he's laughing. The weird part is, I wonder if she think because there weren't any cameras that she forgot there was audio. And I feel like even though she said, I'm so mad at you, and he's laughing, she not saying, you need to leave. She wants him there for some kind of storyline, and it is what it is. And you know what I'm saying, it goes off, and it was a boring ass episode if you ask me. It was boring as hell. As I said, this whole show can end today, and I would be good. I would not care. Anyway, but have you got to the end of this video? If you have gotten to the end of this video, you have to put a code into the comment box. Just that is what I do now. I was having people put in just numbers, but people caught on and they thought just copying the goddamn numbers. So If you got to this part in the video, this is the code to put in the comment section. Be like, Jay Lee, oh my God. Or no, put my name and a word. My name, Jay Lee, and some random word. Yeah. Jay Lee Turnpike. Jay Lee glasses. Put some kind of random word with my name. And yeah, that's how I'll know that you got to the end of this video. Anyway, I'm ending it here, people. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.